Charlotte ranks below average for its bikeability, but it is making gains in those grades. That's according to the group People for Bikes. And a notable reminder of the lingering biking dangers came back in January when 30-year-old Christy Crowder was hit and killed while biking in Plaza Midwood. WCNC Charlotte's Julia Kaufman tells us how the city is seeking solutions for dangers cyclists face.
Charlotte's bikeability score is pedaling upward, but cyclists say it has miles to go.
It's definitely not safe.
People for Bikes rates Charlotte 27 out of 100 for how bike-friendly it is. It's a low score, but an improvement from its 2017 score of 20. Co-owner of the Spokeasy, Dred Faya, isn't surprised by the Queen City's ranking.
You really take your life in your own hands if you're out there, especially on an unprotected street.
Sadly, a life was taken earlier this year. 30-year-old Christy Crowder was biking near the plaza when she was struck by a car and died from her injuries. According to NCDOT, 16 to 20 bicyclists are killed in car crashes statewide each year, and many more are seriously injured.
I lived here for 23 years and I've been hit 4 times.
One of the hazards for bicyclists is lack of connectivity. This bike lane on 6th Street does not extend to Pine, but the city is working to change that.
The Uptown Cycle Link program is bringing more bike lanes to Uptown and connecting them to greenways to help separate cyclists from cars. And funding in the city's budget this year will add 11 miles of new bike lanes.
The cyclists are literally not in the bike lane whatsoever. They're on like the parts of the roads that the vehicles are supposed to be on.
But driver Wes Kennington says he doesn't see the bike lanes used often. He'd rather see efforts on improving traffic.
They really need to extend like pretty much all the roads around here instead of worrying about the bicyclists, because I think that's the least of the worries.
Faya argues creating safer, trustworthy lanes will lead to more people opting to bike instead of drive, reducing congestion and hazards.
More bike lanes will better increase the use of bike lanes.
Julia Kaufman, WCNC Charlotte.
South